Episode number 54 of the Cameron Brown Show.
Wow. I'm honored to be here right now, man.
Did you think it was going to be episode 54? Do you think it was going to get to this point, Hasan?
I didn't.
Knowing what you know about me, do you think, hey, like, this guy's actually going to do 50 podcasts?
I think so. I mean, you've done, like, how many days of running? 3 miles in a row now?
Well, I did miss yesterday.
Okay.
So technically it was like 60-something, and then we skipped yesterday. So
that was impressive. I was tuned in.
Or we're going to keep it going. We'll get back to it tonight, though. I think we have two softball games tonight, so technically I'll get my 3 miles in from the 2 softball games.
That's all that matters is moving.
Right? Just got to keep it moving.
What's the softball team's record? What's your stats looking like?
We won 1 game this season. We're 1-4.
I've been there.
We got a doubleheader tonight, though, so there's a chance we're getting close. We could get close to 500 tonight. It's
could either go 2 ways.
Did you just say I've been there?
Yeah, I've
nice
been there.
Little Citadel College reference right there.
I've been there, man.
Hey, listen, we won a game though.
You have.
That's so bad.
I've been 0-11. You know, it's crazy.
How does that feel? What is it like going 0-11? I'm sure nobody's ever really asked you that question before.
It's not a good feeling. It's like walking into the same cycle every single day.
Yeah.
You know, it's like it's not a good feeling at all.
The only reason I laugh is because you say it with a smile on your face.
Well, now I can laugh about it,
Yeah.
right? That's what bad times in life are for. Years after, you can laugh about it.
That's deep. Are we going down like a philosophical route with this podcast today?
No.
Is that the plan?
No.
Well, we can do that if you want.
Nah. We don't need to go to the philosophical route.
Well, Hasan Black, good friend, Citadel grad, played football, played linebacker at the Citadel.
Yeah.
We met a year and a half ago now?
Yeah.
2 years ago?
July of 2024.
Wild.
Yeah.
So, July 2024, worked together for a little bit, still kind of work together, working on some fun projects together. Something I've realized about you is, like, first and foremost, you're a hustler. And you're just like, you've got to have something going on. And it's like, there's obviously long-term goals and ambitions, and it's amazing to hear. But you're just like, we got to do this.
I remember one time you just told me, like, just keep taking action.
Yep.
And I just was like, I just got to keep taking action and hustle. I mean, there's only one way to do it in life. You got to hustle, you know? And if you're not hustling, you're either homeless or on the streets. To be honest.
if you don't keep taking action, you're going to be homeless. That's
like, seriously. But I think I just saw, like, my dad and my mom and dad just waking up early every day, getting after it, blue collar. My mom was a teacher. Dad was a city worker. So it was just like they got up every morning early. So they started mornings early. So just learned that from them probably, just hustling every day.
I love it. What was let's just go back to the very beginning. Where are you from? What was life like growing up? Let's just start there because you've already started to kind of dive into it.
Cincinnati, Ohio. Great state of Ohio. Growing up, so both my brothers, they played football at high levels at Michigan and Indiana. So that was growing up. I was always at their games, which is amazing. Like, I could not complain about my childhood. I loved every second of it. Getting to see all the college football stars and every weekend, it was great. But it was the youngest out of them. So I was the youngest out of 3. My oldest brother's 12 years older than me. Then my middle brother's 10 years older than me. So, yeah, and we all went to the same high school, too. So, but it was great. I mean, I learned a lot from them throughout my football career and life in general. Talk about hustling. They taught me how to hustle, too. Like, that's where I learned, like, extra work is the standard.
Yep.
You know, you can't just get by doing the bare minimum and expecting to, you know, be where you want to be in life.
Yep.
Yeah.
100%. You're so both your brothers, they played college, correct? And then did they both play pro?
Yeah.
Okay. And then one of your brothers is currently coaching at Vandy.
Yeah, he's coaching at Vanderbilt right now.
The other one's not coaching anymore.
He's a truck driver up in New Jersey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So a family of ballers.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Got to be, like, great having older brothers that have, like, played and been there and done that to be able to be like, hey, this is what it's going to be like.
Yeah.
So I got it from, like, my dad growing up and obviously uncles and other friends with dads, et cetera. Like, when you have an older brother that's there to really hold you accountable, it's got to be a different level.
I mean, I would send them my film every week.
Yep.
Every week I would send them film, you know, break this down. What can I do better? How can I, like, get better? And just the next steps. And just the best, too, is just going to the field with them, too, when I was younger.
Yep.
And I mean, I came a long way from when I first started playing
They just
football
like
in
whoop
seventh
your
grade.
ass on the field.
Yeah, like I came a long way. I remember it was one night. It was a late night at my high school. I was probably about 8th grade, and I swear we were doing drills in the dark and trying to do seat rolls and everything. They were trying to teach me. I'm like 7th grade. I didn't know. This was my first time playing football. I didn't play football until 7th grade, so I didn't know anything.
Was it because your parents didn't allow you to?
Yeah, my parents. So none of my oldest brother started when he was in 5, I think.
Yep.
And he hated it at first. Took a break, and then he started back up when he was a early teenager. But yeah, they didn't want me, like, you know, to get burnt out.
Same conversation with my parents, except for my parents were like, we don't want you to get hurt
Yeah.
at like that young, and they were like, the coaches don't like they're nice coaches, but it's not like they really know what they're doing.
Right.
Like an 8-year-old.
Yeah.
They're like, how tell me to hit this way or that way? Like, we're 8 years old. We're probably not going to listen that well.
You probably see the videos too of like Pee Wee football, the kids just getting ran over. It's just like, it's no point to put all that on your body, especially when you got like flag football now, and then all the studies we know about everything. It's just like no point until starting.
Was that a big deal, like in college for y'all, like talking about CTE and other things too?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about concussions and everything. I was fortunate to never have one.
Yeah.
But like, you know.
Are you sure?
Right. I don't know. I've never been diagnosed with a concussion.
Or were you the guy though that in high school, college, you'd get up, you'd be a little like hazy or blacked out, and you'd walk to the sideline and be like, "Wow, I might have a concussion, but I'm not going to say anything." Was that you?
It's happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I tried to do that during with my first concussion, and I thought I squared the guy up like perfectly, but I like blacked out and forgot all the defensive plays for an entire day. So like I can't really fake this. Like they'd be like, "Cameron, you good?" I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. So it was that bad.
I've had some teammates who've had pretty bad concussions, but no, I mean, honestly, I've definitely had my bell rung. You know, seen a couple stars and had some big hits, but I've never had to go over to the sideline and be like, "Yeah, I can't go." Thank God. But
so you're saying I just needed to I should have just manned up?
I mean, some of us have that trait in us, that cell trait. The CTE trait, some don't. You know,
we probably shouldn't be joking around about CTE.
No, we shouldn't. Very serious.
Concussions are very serious.
Very serious, man.
Yeah, but it definitely shows later on in life. I've had like 3, so I'm like, wow, this is why I can't remember certain things.
My short-term memory is it can be a lapse at sometimes.
Let's not do that, man. You're 23, 24?
24, yeah.
You're getting old.
But I'll be wondering, because I'm like, do I have a little hint of CTE? Because sometimes I forget where things are. Like I left the my girlfriend almost killed me because I left the pizza box in the oven the other day. Started burning.
It's just called being a man. Like, there's certain things that just happen.
Like, oh, that's where I put the pizza box at. I'm like, oh.
I realized it with certain things. Like we started to work on the walls and. Comments get made. I'm like, ooh, I thought I told you that.
Yeah.
No, you didn't tell me that. Well, I apologize. I just kind of made that decision.
Right.
Not always the best thing. You definitely need to be sharing that information with your partner, regardless of what it is. Tell them what's going on.
Oh yeah.
Especially if you have a box in the oven or.
That's critical.
Just make sure you don't put metal in the microwave.
No, yeah. Learned that at a young age.
They don't really teach you that at the Citadel. That's not like a part of like being at the Citadel.
We don't really have
everything's
microwaves.
Done for you.
We don't have microwaves on hand unless you got to go all the way down to the TAC office, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean.
Exactly. Wow. So football is obviously a huge part of your life. So I think we're going to probably continue that portion of the conversation. What else is a big part of your life as it relates to value sets? We talked about religion a little bit.
Yeah.
There. Let's talk about religion for a bit.
So I'm Muslim.
Okay.
That is a big part of my life as well. Fasting, Ramadan every year. That's a big part. I mean, fasting while playing was hard. So that was, I learned a lot about myself through Ramadans, like consecutive Ramadans. And I mean, I had teammates who were there for me too when I was fasting in college, because that was hard. It was definitely hard. Like,
how long? What is the duration?
It's 30 days. It's a full month.
Full 30 days.
Yeah, full
but
month.
You can eat in the evenings, right?
Yeah. So sun up to sundown.
Okay.
You can eat, but throughout the day, I mostly did water though, because of I would not be able to make it if I didn't drink water.
Fasting during football season.
Spring.
Okay. So
spring.
Okay. That's
yes.
right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So not in season, but
Got it.
spring ball I definitely did. And actually I did it too while I was training for my pro day and my workout with the Bengals, I was fasting. And
So not at all like religious, but
Yeah.
I read a bunch about like the health benefits of fasting in general. So for you, did you notice like actual health benefits as well? Do you feel a lot more
Yeah.
clear-minded?
yeah,
Okay.
like I actually felt my best when I was fasting.
Okay.
And I felt stronger, leaner. It's crazy because I mean I would wake up in the morning, eat a shake probably, and then breakfast, eggs, whatever, yogurt, and then in the night I would make another shake.
Gotcha.
And I felt like I was putting on muscle mass too, and I just felt great. Like my body felt great, and I felt like so strong.
Yeah, the day that I ran like the 20-minute 5K, I was fasting.
Yeah.
I had fasted for like a day and a half, but it was nothing. It was like a juice cleanse fast sort of situation. I had like a cup of juice in the evening and a bunch of water, and it was on the second day. It was the evening of the second day,
Right.
and I felt super light. I felt amazing.
I love fasted cardio.
Yeah.
That's like a game changer for me in the gym. And I don't like working out with any food on my stomach, honestly, which is weird. I don't know. I think I just got that from college because we would have to work out at 5 in the morning. I'm like, the mess hall's not open that early, you know? So, I mean, it was either just a quick snack or nothing, but I preferred nothing. I don't know why.
Well, I used to, so I'd try to eat before, because they would always be like, oh, you got to eat before football practice. If I ate too much, or frankly, much of anything before football practice in high school, I'd throw up.
Yeah.
And I think for me, it was more so like I was pushing myself super hard during the practice, but I was like also slightly like anxious about certain things, I guess. Maybe not.
Yeah.
But it led to me puking during practice pretty consistently. And I was like, well, I was like, I obviously can't eat this, and this before practice. Like, I'll just eat a banana. But even a banana would come up during certain practices. So that being said, is like, I feel like being on an empty stomach is probably best. But they always advised against that. I've always been advised not to practice or work out on an empty stomach.
I think it's just to play it safe, I guess.
Yeah.
Because, like, if something happens, oh, what'd you eat? Nothing. You know, let's blame it on that, right? Let's blame it on empty stomach. But honestly, so my senior year of high school, I had ate pizza before a game, right?
You had pizza before?
Well, like a personal pizza.
Okay.
But, like, I had pizza, like, a few hours before the game.
A full Papa John's.
Yeah, like a personal 4 slice. And at the time, my middle brother was one of the coaches on the team. He actually, one of the special things, my middle brother actually was able to coach me my senior year, and we won a state championship that year, which was pretty cool. But he's like, why are you eating pizza before a game? He was like, you shouldn't eat anything the day of the game. So from that point forward, I would never eat pregame meal.
Dude, they used to, like, we'd have almost like a buffet style meal before football games in high school. It was they'd feed us a bunch of food.
I mean, yeah, we had that too in college.
Yeah.
It's like whatever you want, you know. But I knew myself, and I just knew I would not be able to perform well if I ate before a game.
Looking back on it, I wish I knew that, right?
Yeah.
About myself.
Right.
Yeah, I felt like I was doing the right thing because it's what everybody was telling me to do, but I didn't really listen to my body because I didn't really know how to listen to my body. I was like, you know things are going wrong, but you also at the time you're like, I haven't really thought through this enough or experienced it enough. Maybe I shouldn't be eating this before the games. I get it, but that's what they're telling us is best for our bodies,
Right.
so I'm gonna do it.
One of my favorite things is just like joking around with my teammates because like, bro, I know my body. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people are always like, oh, you didn't do this. I'm like, nah, I know my body. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Like, that's not going to work for me.
Right.
Like eating. I felt sluggish if I ate before practice or if I ate before a game, just because I started training my body not to eat. And then, like, once I started eating, I'm like, I hate how I feel. But then on an empty stomach, I feel light, you know, energized and ready to go, which is crazy.
Well, there's a lot of benefits of obviously like to fasting in general, as we were kind of mentioning before. But now that we're talking more about it, I'm thinking about every single one of my runs and what I've eaten that day. Like, man, I've got to stop eating so much during these days that I'm running these distances.
Yeah.
Like, I need to eat enough, but I don't really know that I need to eat that much if I'm going to try to have a fast time, like in my 5K. So that's good to know. Good to think about.
Yeah.
You're also you work out a good bit, lift a good bit. We talked a lot about like training and stuff as well.
Yeah.
That's a huge focus for you too.
Yeah.
You want to dive into that a little bit?
Yeah. So I actually I love to work out, man. And what's crazy is I was never like a gym rat in college. Like I was never lifting the heaviest or breaking records or whatever because I just care about football. Like, you know, let's go on the field. Let's do some extra work on the field. You know, I'm not going to be in a weight room 3-4 hours a day. Nah, I was ready to go on the field. But Now it's kind of like I don't have football.
Yeah.
And being in the weight room with my teammates, I miss that like crazy. So just going to work out is great. And I don't have to kill myself. And so I can enjoy it a little bit more. It's not like I'm loading up the bar with hundreds of pounds anymore and forcing myself to, go all out effort every time.
Yep.
But it is nice to kind of like keep pushing myself and, stay in shape. My goal was always after I was done playing, people see my brothers, and my brothers were big. They were D linemen. And my dad's a bigger guy too.
Yep.
So everybody's like, dude, once you're done playing football, you're gonna blow up. Like, you're gonna be huge. I'm like, no. And then my goal became, I'm gonna look better than I ever did when I was playing.
Right.
So it's like, and I can, drop my body weight a little bit. I don't have to be 240, 235 pounds, which is nice. I don't have to eat all the food in the world every day, which I like to enjoy that sometimes. I like to eat.
You're also newer to
eat.
this because you're finished up with the Citadel. And then had a little break period, and then you went and played indoor ball.
Yeah.
And you're just now kind of coming off that indoor ball high, right?
Yeah.
Like that was the focus was 100% on football.
Right.
So now it's more so probably like, okay, longevity, feeling good, looking good, all the above.
Right.
What has that transition been like?
It's been good. It's been another good transition. Indoor football was kind of like in my head going into it. I'm like, all right, this is the only time that I'll probably ever be able to focus on just football because, you got girlfriend, relationships, friendships, work, whatever. So it's like going into that, I was like, this is it probably. This is the only last time I'll be able to focus just on purely football. And then now it's like, okay, I can tailor my workouts back. I don't have to do all these athletic workouts and jumping. And I can take a break from it. And I do want to get back into that. But it's nice. Like, I've been doing that my whole life, jumping and sprinting and all that. It's nice just to kind of just lift, for aesthetics instead of trying to be the fastest in the world. And
So you're taking steroids now is what you're saying?
No. all natty here. You heard it first. All natty. No steroids.
We're going to call BS on that, but hey. So, to each their own. It's funny because it's always the guys like my smallest friends. And we're talking about steroids, like we're gonna do it. Like we're finally we're gonna do it. We're gonna go get on this. We're gonna get.
Right.
I'm like nervous to go get on other stuff. Anything that impacts like my body in that dramatically. Like, there's no way that's good for me long term. There's no way it's good for me long term.
It's scary,
especially when you're like trying to focus on endurance and running. I'm like,
Yeah.
There's no way shooting myself up with anything is going to be beneficial for the body, except for maybe looking a little more chiseled.
Yeah.
I don't think it's worth it long term.
I've had some teammates, man. I won't say any names, obviously, but
You want to call them out on the podcast, and we'll send it to them. Hey, man, listen, everybody knows your story.
right. I mean, it's like, if you're the loudest grunter in the weight room, I'm like, he's on something. It's like, all right, you got it. Slamming 225 pounds off your neck on a shoulder press. It's like, all right. And see, I was just never into that in college. I was never into like the steroids I just now started taking creatine.
Really?
Like, I never took it while I played.
But your coaches weren't against it in college, right?
No, they weren't against it, but it was like creatine's it's a great supplement, but I don't really see the benefit it has on a football field.
Yeah.
More aesthetic wise. Like, it obviously is going to make you stronger. It's a great supplement, but I was always nervous of it causing soft tissue injuries because you have to drink a lot of water. Yeah.
Okay.
You have to drink. You have to drink. Increase your water intake.
Yeah.
And so obviously being in the South, being hot, I sweated a lot. So I usually they used to track my sweat at the Citadel too.
Got it.
And it sweated so much, and I was
they tracked your sweat.
Yeah, yeah.
What does that mean?
Oh,
he's pretty sweaty today.
Yeah, they used to try to make me wear a little band around my
to like
arm.
Collect your sweat.
Yeah, and to see how much I was sweating.
Wait, like
and I had to download an app on my phone.
Change colors as you swim more.
I'm like,
hey man, that band's pretty wet.
Yeah, we had to do a little pee test too some days, and I always get like, hey, let's check your pee.
That was just because they thought you were doing drugs.
It could have been both.
I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They did it to all of us.
Yeah,
that's
so
that's
like,
what I'm saying.
what are you guys doing with my urine?
Sending it off to a lab. They now have your DNA. And
right.
Like, we're selling your DNA. Is what we're doing. They're actually cloning you for the future. for future Citadel football teams.
That'd be crazy.
Cloning is definitely a thing.
Yeah.
We're not going to take this.
Yeah, are we going into that
rabbit hole?
No,
Cloning rabbit hole?
No, we don't need to go down there. We don't need to go down there.
We can.
I'm not too educated on the cloning.
It's okay. We don't have to dive into the cloning.
Okay.
I'm not telling I'm educated on. Yeah, this is what I do my side gig.
I don't know. I mean, like, I don't know if you know much about cloning. How much do you know?
I know like a little bit about cloning, but I'm not gonna say like I'm like super knowledgeable on cloning. Just the fact that it's real. We've been cloning like animals for a very long time, and so it's like, well, if we're cloning animals, then why would it's not hard to believe that we wouldn't also be cloning humans. Now, for what reasons? It wouldn't be a very ethical reason to clone a human. It'd be a terrible reason, but cloning is the thing. So we'll leave it at that. This is not a cloning podcast. Although I could literally just say like episode 54, Hasan Black, cloning.
Yeah, I mean, and then we could
we're all cloned.
We can branch to the AI too, because that's getting crazier by the day.
Well, speaking of, you work for an AI company.
I do work for an AI company.
That's what you do.
Yeah.
So you're. Oh wow, we're just gonna jump straight to it, I guess.
I mean, we can come back. We can jump.
We're gonna do all the above. And frankly, if anybody's still listening, good on them. This is.
I appreciate you guys if you're still tuning in. If you made it past the 10-minute mark.
Yeah, I mean, it's so funny to watch. Like literally the first 5 minutes, and then it just like drops. Like people are just, they're like, oh, I'm not following this conversation.
The dopamine, the people,
100%.
yeah, like,
which is why the shorts are huge, and you have to produce these shorts to keep people interested. And you're like, well, I don't really care to produce the shorts, but I know it's the only way to get additional attention and eyes, like the best way. Yeah. Because the vast majority of them are not going to watch a long form unless they like buy into watching you short form first. At least that's been my experience.
But it's like even when you're trying to show somebody a video or somebody's showing you a video, and it's like if it's over 30 seconds, I don't think I'm gonna watch that whole video you're showing me. Right. Even though it could be hilarious, right? But it's just people's dopamine as humans. Our dopamine is just so fried now because of social media, drugs, whatever it may be. It's like you gotta kind of find something else to stimulate you.
Which is why in sales, when we talk about this often, it's like if you're not catching somebody immediately, and I mean, we talk about like pattern interrupts and other things too, which we could dive into at some point. It's not a sales podcast. This is just a you and me podcast. Yeah. But it's like pattern interrupt thing is literally like, how do I interrupt them and like pattern interrupt to get them interested in where we're at, right? And to like move them in the direction I need people to move in and like be thinking in. Past the whole consulting thing, like you're obviously consulting the person, but at the end of the day, like obviously there's sales tactics that we need to be using because especially nowadays people fade off so quickly. Right.
It's psychological. Sales is psychological. Yep. That's why I like it too, because it's like it's on a deeper level than just I want you to buy from me and I'm selling and you need what I'm selling. But it's more, okay, how can I dive deeper into this person's brain on a psychological level? Yep. And that's why I enjoy that about sales because. Go ahead.
Well, your EQ has to be super high, right? Like an IQ is like certainly a portion of it, but like your emotional intelligence has to be next level. Like for those that are actually really good at sales, because you're connecting with the human being. Right. And and it's like this goes back to the whole AI thing more so than ever, right? If you're not connecting with the human being on the sale, then you're not going to do super well in sales long term. And so there's that emotional intelligence side of sales. It's huge, super important.
No, for sure.
And everybody's different.
Everybody is different. And I feel like now I can see like what works and what doesn't work, obviously like through trial and error. And actually at my job we have this training. It's called Avara. And it's so cool. It's AI. It's an AI trainer. But it's open AI, so it'll interact with you. Whatever you say, it'll feedback off of. And you know, in sales, it's big doing role play and, you know, talking. But it's like now I can do this role play without having to talk to another human or, you know, whoever. But it still is beneficial because it's practice, reps, reinforcing in my brain, all that type of stuff. So it's great.
I've been able to do it. So like the latest version of ChatGPT too. Like I gave it a name. I gave her a name. I call her Sage. Sage is her name. I actually asked Sue, and I've heard of a couple of people's AIs being named Sage because I said, hey, what do you want to be referred to as? Like, and she gave me a couple options. I was like, I like that one. So I feel like it like defaults to that name pretty often, or maybe it just knows that I like that name. But it kind of sounds a bit like a stripper, frankly. So that's the name of my AI that I communicate with, and also do role play with as well. Like with like we'll go back and forth on different sales objections and be like, hey, listen, I need you to role play with me. This is the situation. This is what the client has going on. Help me to handle these objections before we even hop on the call. And that's huge.
Yeah. So. I actually I just downloaded ChatGPT on my dad's phone.
Nice.
The other day for him.
It's worth the $20-ish a month.
Yeah. but he's gonna start going down that. My dad's a big tech guy too. He has like the Metas, all the
He's got all the AIs.
Yeah, and so he's starting to figure out about ChatGPT. So we'll see how that goes.
Very cool.
Yeah,
very cool. So you're back to the gig.
Yeah.
So that's been going well though.
Yeah, it's been going smooth. So we reach out to restaurants.
Yep.
Just got a new client, Palmera Barbecue, which is
Congrats.
big. It's big, like in Charleston, barbecues.
Yep. And what does the ad company do again?
So we do automatic tests, like all done for you, like kind of mundane tasks, like picking up the phone, responding to reviews, also like helping manage reviews as well.
Yep.
Social media posts at the right time, whenever you need it, whatever you can do with it. And you always have your hands on too as well. And then we do remarketing and retargeting. And then we also have a feature where we can do like cross-selling online for your online ordering.
Got it.
And we also do online ordering websites.
So a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
But all
Ad
obviously
marketing.
powered by AI.
Powered by AI. And it's a cool product. Very cool product.
Love it. And so you're going to restaurants and talking to them directly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Fun.
Well, also small businesses too.
Yep.
Not just restaurants. Restaurants are like our bread and butter. But hair salons, barbershops, doctor's offices, any small business. And like you can sell it a la carte too. So it's not like, oh hey, we do online ordering.
Yep.
No, social media, whatever you need.
So we'll use this as an opportunity to plug the opportunity or the business itself, but also to say, hey, if you are looking to use AI for your restaurant and or small business,
right? If you
reach out to
if you need AI in your
still
life,
listening to the podcast.
yeah. If you are still tuning into the podcast and you want some AI, hit me up, man. I
That's
got
awesome.
you. Yeah.
If you want the AI,
The AI.
AI.
It's AI. It's broad.
What do people say now when you say that? Because I know we've discussed this before.
Yeah.
Because I worked for an AI company.
Yeah.
It was my first startup that I worked for 8 years ago. And at the time, you said AI, and people were like, "I don't want to talk about AI."
Yeah.
Like we talked to obviously the benefits of using the tool.
Right.
But now it's like you say AI, and people immediately their mind just like they're like, "Oh yeah, I know I need it. I've got to have it. I don't know how to implement it properly, but I want it."
FOMO.
Does that seem like the response you get from a lot of folks? They're like, "Oh yeah, we love it, but we just don't know the best way."
Yeah, and sales people don't want to spend money too. That's just part of it. Yeah. But FOMO is a big one that you got to try to sell to, especially with AI.
Yeah.
I'm just like, it's the next big thing. Like if you're not going to hop on it now, you're just going to be left in the dust. Because you look at the bigger corporations too. I mean, AI is everywhere.
Yep.
Everywhere you look, you can't go out without seeing AI.
Well, and that's the thing. It's been around for a while. People just haven't talked about it.
Right.
And now it's just super easy for anyone to get their hands on an AI tool, and it's involved in our everyday life, so we know it now. Before it was very behind the scenes. Now it's like, oh, I'm actively using an AI tool for these activities. So obviously become a lot more prevalent. And it's the talk of the town.
Yeah.
Until it completely takes over and there's no more jobs.
And we have robots chasing us.
Robots chasing us. Yeah, so we gotta stay fit.
Right? Yeah. If you can't outrun a robot today,
I might start taking steroids at that time. But frankly, whatever steroids we would take at that point probably would have like some kind of nanobot technology or something. So it basically turn you into a cyborg.
My protein powder that I take has AI technology.
What?
Yeah.
Don't, dude. What?
I swear. Look it
What
up.
do you mean your
Beyond Raw protein.
Protein has it. What does that mean to have?
So it has like a peptide in it, right? And people are gonna look at this like, let me get this Beyond Raw. It has a AI technology in it. It's called.
But it doesn't have an AI technology in the protein.
Not in the protein, but like they found out through AI which was the best peptide to put in the protein.
Got it. So they're using AI to figure out.
They're branding it as like.
You're not like putting technology.
Yeah, I'm not like putting technology in my body
that you know of. But they're using the AI to figure out which peptide's best for you.
Yeah.
And they put that in the protein. That's actually legit.
Yeah, look it up. It's a Beyond Raw protein. It's good.
It's good to know.
Yeah.
What's your favorite flavor?
Vanilla. Vanilla's my favorite flavor of protein.
Vanilla with a little bit of metal for the robot.
For the robot. So I can look like Arnold Schwarzenegger in the Terminator.
It just automatically switch you over time. You're like, and I'm really liking this. Yep. I'm half metal now. Oh, that's awesome.
Got to stay hard somehow, some way.
Yeah. You a Goggins fan?
Yeah, I respect him.
Okay.
Am I a fan? No, like I don't keep up with him. I think he does he does some cool stuff. where running 100 miles or whatever.
I think he had like 3 knee surgeries recently, and then still ran the 150 mile.
Him and Ronnie Coleman are like in the same category for me.
I don't know that that's true. I feel bad for Ronnie.
I feel bad for Ronnie, but I'm like, if David Goggins keeps going the way he's going, he's going to end up in a wheelchair soon.
Yeah. Well, I feel like David Goggins would run on like stubs. I feel like he would just chop his legs off and just
keep running,
keep waddling. Get some bionic legs or something.
Yeah.
He's done well enough to like turn himself into a half cyborg if he wants to.
Yeah, I mean,
this conversation's
he's
out there right now.
This is great though. This is
nanotechnology in your protein powder.
Yeah, but David Goggins, he's cool. Like, I definitely respect his mentality.
Yep.
Can be motivational at times, and then I'm like, all right, look at this guy.
Yeah.
But obviously, he's real.
So who is your inspiration? Who's the GOAT for you?
Of what? Sports?
I don't know. Like, who do you look up to in sports and like motivation in general? Who's like your go-to guy or girl?
My parents and my brothers probably in life.
Got it. Yep.
Definitely look up to my brothers. Hard workers, like I said. Don't need to dive too much back into that. But hard workers, dedication, showing up for their family. Being a family man and leaders of their life. And then my dad, of course, too. But I would say sports. I would say I looked up to different people in football. I would study a multitude of different linebackers all the time. That's what I would always just be watching football.
Yeah.
Some great Fred Warner was one of my favorite linebackers. Shaq Leonard, just while I was playing, and then Roquan Smith, and then Mike Singletary. But my favorite athlete of all time is LeBron James. LeBron James.
LeBron.
Yeah, no.
Typical answer.
Yeah, I mean, what's not there to like about him?
He's a beast.
I mean, you just gotta respect him. Like,
you're not a Kobe guy.
I'm not a Kobe guy. All respect, rest in peace. But I'm not a Kobe guy. My brothers were Kobe guys, but I think my oldest brother's a LeBron guy for sure, all the way. But Kobe's a great athlete. Michael Jordan, great. But I think LeBron just, he's 23 years, 50,000 points.
Oh, absolutely. He's
I mean, you just don't. If he played 30 years ago, you would think he's an alien. People still think he is. I don't know what his secret is, though.
He's on a different level.
I mean, you see how much money he invests into his body, really.
I mean, I think that's the thing, right? Like, Tom Brady's the same way, too. Tom Brady looks like he's 35.
Yeah.
But they just keep investing back into their physical appearance and abilities.
Obviously, they have access to stuff that we don't.
We don't have access to.
Yeah.
My little red light inside.
Yeah, they aren't doing red light there.
Your peptide protein? Shit, in comparison. Sorry.
They aren't doing, they aren't going to just doing Cairo chambers. That's not, maybe a little bit, but they're doing more than that.
Oh, man. Yeah, I go to the top of a mountain somewhere, and I walk back down. I'm like, oh, I've hiked now. Now I'm like, I'm super athletic at this point. I've done a 14er. And they're like, dude, I've been doing this every day for the past year.
Right.
Yeah. Wow. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Where do you want to go next?
Dude, we can go.
You're not a big conspiracy guy. And you're also not very political.
I'm not very political at all, but I am a little bit of a conspiracy guy. Like, do I believe them? No, but I've been through rabbit holes.
You can't blanket statement conspiracy theories. You gotta say which ones you believe and which ones you don't. So, what's a good conspiracy that you're like? I'll give you a second to think on this one. What's a good conspiracy that you're like? It's kind of out there. I don't really know that I believe it, but it's interesting.
Definitely believe in aliens.
Okay, just blanket statement aliens.
Yeah.
So do you believe aliens are just literally like a different creature from a different world, or do you believe aliens are already here? And final
on
part,
Earth?
Yeah. And final part, because considering you're Muslim, I don't actually know how this lines with your faith. Because I'm a big demon spiritual guy. I believe a lot of this stuff is very spiritual. So I'm just curious to know, once again, of this earth, of another earth, or spiritual, a little bit of both.
So, going back to aliens, I think there's definitely life outside of Earth.
Okay.
1,000%. And we don't know. Obviously, we don't. We're not don't have that information. And I just think there's too much. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that the government's just not telling us. You know, they can't. Like, imagine if you are a president or you're in government high up and you're like, there's no way you can share this information with the people. They would go crazy. They would go insane.
So valid. I think about this all the time because people online just like rage bait you into wanting to click on something because they're like, well, I don't know why the government's not telling us this because people like you, like you're the reason that they're not going to share it because you're crazy.
Yeah,
and you would literally go crazy, and then you'd share more, and the world would not be in a great position. So you quite literally can't share a lot of this information with folks. So when they start hearing about aliens popping out of the ocean and different things going on that I read about, and you're like, wow, like. If the entire population knew about these things, it would not be good. Probably would not be good. So I'd like to think we're ready for it, but I don't think we are.
I mean, if you not to go back to AI, but just like people aren't even ready for AI, you know, and that's like not. It's crazy, but it's not that crazy that technology has advanced to that.
Yeah.
But if we're talking about conspiracy theories, like no, people aren't ready for all these files to come out and it be true. People would go spirals, I think. But imagine if they came out and was like, yeah, the Earth is flat. You know how you would see that all over social media. People like, what?
I think at this point, nothing would really surprise me if I'm being completely honest. But like that's for individuals like ourselves that are like, yeah, that's kind of out there. But I'm not gonna let it like ruin my day.
Yeah.
Because we're living on a flat Earth versus a round Earth. I'd be like, well, that's interesting. What do you want us to do next?
That's my mindset too when it comes to political and everything. I'm like, all right, this happened, whatever. But I'm not gonna let it ruin my day.
Yeah.
I'm not letting it affect me.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it doesn't like things haven't really directly affected me, which I'm grateful for. But it's like I don't watch the news that much because I'm like, first off, it's negative majority of the time, and I'm like, what do I need negative energy for to affect me 100%. In my day? You know. But I definitely like to stay informed, but I'm not going to over-influx. And there's just so much disinformation out there, you know, or misinformation, however I said that. But
yeah, I think from a business perspective, if you're trying to lock in and like really build something and build it quick, you have to stay away from the media at all costs. Yeah. And for me, obviously, because of the podcast and because of what I'm trying to accomplish here, I like to learn about everything that's going on and constantly stay in tune with all of it. But to your point, the frustrating part is accessing negative media, which is pretty much all of the media all the time because it gets you to engage with it more. It is the most infuriating thing, and it's frankly a waste of time. And it's terrible for your energy and your aura, whatever you want to refer to it as.
Aura. Let's not start aura for me. Nah, but
it's terrible for your energy. It really is. And you can also, just like you can read energy on somebody else, I get an immediate negative energy from this device that's in front of me that I'm focused on all day long. Like, I don't want that. So that's why I try to keep as much of this stuff as like positive as possible. But you also, when you share a short that's like engaging about aliens and somebody getting abducted by aliens, which I did last week, and I was like, I hope this doesn't come across as like negative energy. It's just like, hey, it's an interesting story of a guy getting abducted by aliens as a kid. Funny story on that. We talked on the phone before that podcast because he told me about all these different abduction stories, and I was sitting right here. It was super dark out, and he was telling one of the stories about the aliens abducting him out of his hotel room and like doing all this crazy stuff. And I had not really ever had a conversation with an individual who had been abducted by aliens. So it was like my first time, a little bit strange. And I was super on edge, super dark outside. And as soon as he explained what he saw, he goes, and I saw this gray alien. A raccoon ran up that tree super fast. And I yelled like super loud, and Nicole came out, what is wrong? I was like, it's just the raccoon. It's all good. It's all good. It has nothing to do with the story he told me. But I was like, I thought the raccoon was the alien. So freak.
Was it dark out?
It was pitch black.
Yeah, I could get. Yeah.
And I've got this light out in the backyard, but I couldn't see the tree, or I couldn't see like the raccoon. And the raccoon ran up, and it was just this gray figure on the tree. It was a raccoon.
Now, does water come up over there?
Like, water comes up to the edge.
Okay.
Of the marsh.
Got it.
Yeah.
You ever been out in there or no?
Honestly, I don't. No, I don't really go. I mean, yes, but I don't go out there often.
Yeah.
We've also just we've got a bunch of oyster shells and stuff out there. And, and so I try not to walk out there barefoot. But when it snowed this past year, it blanketed the entire marsh, and so I was able to walk out to the middle. Wow. Kind of cool.
Yeah, and the ground was frozen.
Yeah, and the ground was frozen.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
But back to spirituality, right?
Spirituality.
We're
doing all right today?
Spirituality.
One more time.
Spirituality.
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 What about it?
Too much electrolytes, dude.
Did you drink a shit ton of coffee before you
Yeah, I had a little coffee, about 160
You ever do that with
milligrams.
like certain words that are, well, because you just did it, but I do this all the time,
Yeah.
where it's like a simple word and you say it, and you're like, that doesn't sound right in my head. I've said that word a million times. That just doesn't sound right.
Yeah, I mean,
And then you go back and you're like, well, I think I need.
sometimes words are hard.
Sometimes words are hard.
Yeah, sometimes words are hard. It's just, back to spirituality. There we go.
Are we gonna say this? Let's do it one more time. Just
Spirituality.
perfect, just for the
Boom.
crowd.
I was never in a spelling bee either, by the way.
It's all right.
So don't ask me to spell it.
I was about to say you want to spell it.
Yeah, don't ask to spell it.
This is the most authentic podcast you'll get. Talking about our inability to
Yeah,
talk and.
but
read and speak and all the above.
I mean, I like to manifest and like meditate,
Okay.
listen to frequencies, and I really didn't start realizing how big what you listen to and frequencies and how big that was. I mean, my mom would always tell me, like, when I was younger, you gotta stop listening to rap, all this.
Yep.
You listen to what they're talking to. And then I was like, okay, like, yeah. And you hear about so much about the music industry. That's kind of another conspiracy, not to segue, but
100%.
demons and like all that in the
People
music
selling
industry.
their souls.
Yeah, and
Yep.
so it's like listening to music, I gotta tailor it back sometimes, and listen to frequencies instead, and it makes you feel different. It
So
does.
you feel a physical difference when you listen to certain music versus certain frequencies and other
Yes,
types of music.
yes.
So I've started to feel this a lot more as of late too.
Mhm.
This has been like the past year for me
Yeah.
because I've always been big on like listening to frequencies and meditation, like trying to meditate. I'm not a good meditator,
Right.
but trying to meditate and or just relax and calm the body, especially before bed. But if I'm in the car and I'm in a certain mood and I turn on some kind of hard rap that is cursing the whole time,
Yeah.
it's like it's not positive energy.
Yeah.
It's really not. And I'm like, okay, that's not the mood right now. It'll bring my mood down dramatically. So I have to find the right music and quite literally the right frequency in order to align with the moment.
I read this book. I mean, we could keep talking forever because like every time I think about something, I think about a chapter of my life.
Yep.
So when my sophomore year, I went through some things at the Citadel, and one of my equipment managers, his name was Kevin Yeager, he gave me a book called The Mind Gym. Great book, by the way. And one of the things I took away from it was what I listened to before games.
Yep.
So after that, I read that book, I stopped listening to hard rap music to that would amp you up a little bit. I kind of just listened to calming songs, maybe some people might even call them sad songs, a little Adele, but I just listen to like calming songs.
You listen to Adele before football?
Yeah, yeah. And Sam Smith, some great artists. I'm very diverse in my music taste.
Okay.
I'm very
All right.
diverse. I listen to everything. Like
So do I, which
Yeah.
is why I'm saying because as of late I didn't really think about it, but I also really enjoy listening to hip hop rap before I do an athletic event,
Yeah.
right? Or while I'm working out because I like to be ramped up. And what you're saying is you don't because you don't wanna
before
be-
a game, yeah.
Before a game, is it
Yeah.
more because it's more of a focus thing though?
It's psychological. It's like you don't want to be like so tight,
Okay.
like you keep like you listen to music like that, it just makes you like, oh, like it's happening, like the game. I'm about to play the game. I'm about to play the game. I'm about to play the game. But in reality, your mind should be thinking like, all right, I'm about to just go out here and do my thing. I'm about to get in that flow state, and where I can just be in that flow state throughout the game, making plays and being comfortable, instead of like being, ooh, it's game day. It's game day. It's game day.
Was it ever presented to you though as a flow state though? Because in high school, people would have never said, "Hey, get in your flow state."
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Did anybody in college ever say, "Yeah, get in your flow state before a game"? Except for those
that
couple
book,
of,
the book. But actually, in high school, my head coach, he never let us play music out loud.
Huh.
Never.
Okay.
So I actually like grew up all my like younger years of playing football. We never once played music in the locker room.
So he kind of knew.
Yeah.
The
Shout out
impact.
Aaron Hancock. He knew. He we won so many games.
Yeah.
Like I've only lost 2 games all of high school, and he was a great head coach, and he was just like, no, you can't hear yourself think with all that music. Just listen to it in your headphones. You want to listen to it, And I back then I'd be like, man, I want to listen to music for the game. I want to be amped up like everybody else in the locker room. You know, you playing against teams that bringing music out to the field.
Yep.
Nah, we didn't listen to any
Got
music in the
locked
locker room. Yeah, truly you got to lock in.
I love it.
But what was I saying about the music? Trying to think. Oh, when I work out though, sometimes just 'cause I like to, I just like to do hard things.
Yep.
I don't listen to music.
Okay.
Cardio, no music. Walking for 30 minutes straight, just my thoughts. Lifting, just thoughts, no music.
So I've done that a few times as of late with the runs, but like a 10-mile run with no music gets a bit boring.
No, yeah.
It's a bit boring. And so I got to have something on. But I've tried to I've been listening through my Bluetooth speakers, and I've seen a lot of folks, like especially athletes, that have switched back to the actual connection,
I've switched back to the wires.
To wires. And that's not even a conspiracy. It's just real, right?
Yeah.
Like it's not necessarily great for you to have wireless headphones in. It's just not great.
I keep
for you.
telling my girlfriend wires are in, like the wired headphones. They're back in.
Well, they're back in because they're better for you.
Yeah, they're better for you. Yeah,
Bluetooth that have terrible EMF.
And it's just like, oh, you got the AirPod, what Maxes or whatever.
Same thing with the EMF.
That's just so material, It's like,
well, it's that, but it's also like it's just not great for you.
Yeah,
it's just why it seems like a lot of people are going back to the wires.
Right. But no, I like the look of the wires too. It's different, people are like looking at you like, oh, you got wires.
Yeah. How is indoor football? Not a lot of people. We've talked about this a lot. Not a lot of people go play college football.
Yeah.
First and foremost, so there's like a very small percentage of people that do that.
Right.
There's a very small percentage to go play at any kind of pro level. Right. So what was that transition like from college to indoor football?
It was different. So I had took a little time off of playing, but I was still training because like after the draft, well, like around the draft time, I had a workout with the Bengals, and then I was still training. Then I got the job with Spire, where I started working with you, and moved back down to Charleston, and I was training for a workout for a CFL team. And I was still training. Then obviously I signed my contract with the Indoor Football League, and it was just like they took away the USFL, so a lot of those guys went to the Indoor Football League, and I didn't know too much about it at all. I had some of the guys that I trained with down in Charleston. They were in the league, and I had no clue about indoor football. And it used to be big. Arena football used to be really big back in the 90s. Like Kurt Warner played in the Arena Football League, and a lot of great other guys that are in the NFL now played in the Indoor Football League. But I had no clue about it. I didn't even know it was 8-man football. When I was like, oh, it's 8-man football.
Changes things up a little
21-man roster.
Yeah.
Didn't know that. I'm like, oh, okay. And it truly was a number game, too, down there. And the skill set blew my mind, too. Like, I didn't think it was going to be that good of a skill level down there, but those guys were good. I mean, you got guys from Florida State, Ohio State, Alabama, South Carolina, SMU, all over. Like, literally all over big schools. Like, you literally could turn on an indoor football game and see some of your favorite players. Like, one of a popular quarterback from Last Chance U, Malik Henry, was quarterback, and I was like, I watched that show all the time when I was younger. And then one day, my locker's right next to his. I'm like, oh wow, this is cool. And it was just cool, like playing the game and then meeting new people, man. Met some great people, and building relationships. It was different though. It was a different feel. Definitely not outdoor football at all. And you only play with one linebacker. That was different. 3 defense linemen. That was different. And everything about it was different. Yeah. So, but it was a good experience, though.
But you mentioned too, like the facilities were like great. The stadium was cool. The people were nice. But, but for you, after spending that period of time doing all of that as well, you were kind of like, okay, I think it's time for me to wrap it up. It's time for the next chapter of my life. What was that final? I'm not going to dig too deep into that.
No, you're good.
I know it's like a big turning point for you in your life, or big time in your life in general. But what was that final kind of moment of being like, okay, I think it's time for me to hang up the cleats, at least for now, and take that next step in my life? What did that feel like?
I realized that I was going to have to make a lot of sacrifices down the line. Like, I realized I wasn't just going to be in the NFL. Like, my journey was going to be different if I was going to keep pursuing it. Yeah. And much respect to everybody that pursues their dreams and wants to keep doing it. But that experience wasn't what I really had hoped it for be, like playing wise and performance wise, and getting on the field. And I was inactive for majority of the season, like did not play, did not dress, just because numbers, and they only play one linebacker. And this is my rookie year, my first year doing this, new to the game, different style of game.
Yep.
So it was a learning curve too. But it was like I still felt like my talent was there, and I definitely could have competed there, but I just didn't have the opportunity. And that took like a little toll on me mentally, where it was like, all right, I gotta freaking buckle down and just see it through. Kept seeing it through, but then it was like, all right, I gotta build, right? Like I can't do this forever. I wish I could, but just to fit my goals and my lifestyle that I want to live, I can't keep doing this.
You got some pretty big goals.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a lofty. Like, if your goals aren't big enough, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But I broke my dream down. Honestly, I broke my dream down into my NFL dream. I should say I broke it down into like, is it the want for the money, or is it the want to love the football? And I asked myself, would I play in the NFL for free? And I said, yeah. I was like, yeah, I would 1,000% play in the NFL for free if I could get there. Like, you want me to do a whole season for free? Yeah, that's how much I love football, and that's how much it was a childhood dream. But then on the second thought, I was like, how much did I just want NFL money and NFL status and being in the NFL as a professional athlete and, just being cool? I was like, okay, that was a nice chunk of it too. Like, who doesn't want that, right?
Yep.
So I broke it down. And I was like, all right, I made it pretty far with football, farther than a lot of people that I know. And I was like, if I can just take the same focus and same drive and same energy and same passion that I have for football and translate it over to life,
right,
and start my own business, start whatever doing I want to do and doing what I love, I can still be successful, no matter like not to just be cliche, but it's like it's more than football in life. That's what I realized. It's like it's more than football. Family, having kids, relationships, friendships. And then being all the way in Texas, that was the farthest I've ever been away from home. Got a little homesick, and I started thinking like, what's really important right now, and how can I can still achieve what I really want without football.
Love it. What was I was just thinking about a lot of like the high school and college guys right now that are playing ball and are thinking about their next step, right? And they're like, well, which college do I want to go to, or what do I want next for my life? That's and a lot of those things you don't think about when you're in high school, when you're in college. You don't really know what that next step looks like. You just know, like, for example, you play college, you're like, well, I want to go play pro, right? That's what I want to do. Yeah. But for a lot of folks that are in high school, a lot of those younger men right now that are leaving high school, taking that next step, and have the idea and the goal of going into the NFL or going pro or doing something with football in that regard, what would your advice be to them? Like, how would you suggest that they spend the rest of their high school or college days if they are still playing ball?
I would tell them, stay focused. I mean, that's obvious, right? But you really got to stay focused. You really got to keep the main thing. I didn't do a lot of partying in high school, which is crazy, right? High school, you're a teenager, you want to party. But I mean, I went to parties maybe twice a month, maybe once a month, if that, and you just got to stay focused, keep the main thing. And I saw my brothers too. I saw them go through it. And so I was able to learn, and most people, it's their first time doing it. But for me, it was my second and third time seeing this whole process, recruitment process, and seeing that, like, if you got it, you got it. They're going to find you. And not so much stressing over, like, oh, I got to go to the big name school. I got to go Power 4 or D1. It's a blessing to play any level of football. Any level of college football, it's a blessing. D2, D3, NAIA, whatever. Because you don't realize the pool, like, that you're coming out of. And that's one thing I finally realized when I was in college, and after, like, going into my, like, post-college process, like, draft process, all that. Like, my Bengals workout, I was sitting in the locker room with guys who were in an NFL combine. I didn't get an invitation to the NFL combine. That played in the Reese Senior Bowl. I didn't get an invitation to the Reese Senior Bowl. That were at Ohio State. I played at the Citadel. It's like you can make it from anywhere. And I was I kept referring to the Citadel as a small school to my agent at the time, and he was like, dude, the Citadel is not a small school compared to the other schools that are out here, Like, it's still D1, but it's smaller D1, but, like, it's not like you're at Virginia Wesleyan University or wherever,
Yep.
or Ohio Northern, or these like tiny minute schools, which are still special schools and special ability to play. But
I mean, D1 is D1. Like, to that point,
Yeah.
D1 is D1 across the board.
I mean, and I've had some good experiences playing against top guys like Trevor Lawrence
Yeah.
and Clemson and Georgia Tech, Army, and South Florida. So like when we played against those guys, it was like, all right, we're just playing football. Football is still football at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It's still the same game. Nothing changes. The rules don't change at the level that you play at.
Yeah.
The rules are still the same.
I'm gonna go grab this dog real quick for the
You got
for the ending of this podcast. We'll have the dog present. This is Enzo's first podcast.
Wow.
This is your first.
We got to mic him up.
You want to go on mic? Come here. Let's get over here. Gotta go underneath. All right. Come on. Come on. Oh, shoot. Yep. Come on. Come on. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Enzo. All right. Go say hey. All right. So this is Enzo. Enzo's first podcast appearance happens to be episode 54. Yeah. The audio is still working.
I don't know what I'm wearing, or maybe it's like
He's into it though.
my lotion or something. But
as we get to outro here, what do you want to leave the folks with, Hasan?
man, just do what you love in life. Surround yourself with who you love, and don't waste a day. When people are like day in and day out, it's not the days that you feel like doing. I realize it's not the days that count, that where you feel like doing it. It's literally got to be every day. And that's something I still struggle with, is like being productive every day. But like if you really want to be successful in life, you got to do it day in and day out. And it's just like every day, not just the days that you feel like it. Yeah, discipline. That's something that like you got to have, and something that I still got to work on and be the most disciplined person I want to be.
Love it. Well, he's not going to let us keep doing this. So this is the end of episode 54. Hasan Black, thank you so much for joining the podcast.
Thank you, dude. I appreciate it.
We got to do this at some point in the future.
Yeah.
Once again, get some more of these rolling. But really appreciate you jumping on.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you for having me on the show.
We'll keep it going.
Yes,
All right.
sir. That was good.